the aim today is to get to the moon. Now, I have three, count them, three ways of doing this, okay? Three ways of doing this. Way number one, okay, is I could go to the tutorial, because there is actually a tutorial, is there not? I believe there's a tutorial. To the moon, part one. So I could do the tutorial and get like good before I do it. You can tell I'm not going to do plan one, can't you? Plan two. Refresh my memory on orbiting 101 and practice a bit more at orbiting, changing my orbit, because I have a feeling that's going to be important in getting to the moon, okay? 3, just bloody try and get to the moon. Load my game and just bloody well try. You see, here's the thing. I think I know how to do it. Which is a dangerous statement, isn't it? I think what I've got to do is I've got to get into orbit. I've got to get a big enough rocket that will get me into orbit. It's got to be a big rocket, right? It's got to be a big rocket, get me into orbit, but then have enough fuel in the second section. In fact, I'm wondering if I need three sections. One to get me into orbit, then the second one... The second stage rocket will be, once I'm in orbit, I've got myself in orbit, I'm flying around in orbit. When I get to the lowest point, the periperiod, you need an even bigger rocket. Oh, I need maneuver nodes. I'm lacking an upgrade called maneuver node. Am I going to have to do the tutorial? Which is the focus of the orbital tutorial. Right. See what I'm thinking I have to do. Here's the current thing. I think I have to get into orbit, and then at the lowest point of the orbit, do a burn in the direction of orbit. In the prograde direction, do a burn. And I mean a big burn. I want a big burn so that my maximum... Yeah, oh, see, no. I have to get into orbit, and then I have to maneuver it in such a way that the low point of my orbit is right opposite where the moon's going to be, I think. Oh, God knows. Because I need to be at the low point, then do a prograde burn, a massive one, that then extends the highest point of my orbit to actually go into the moon's orbit. Yeah, no, I'm beginning to see problems with my plan. You see... The thing is first of all, I need to make sure that my orbit is in the same plane as the moon's orbit. So I have to be able to alter my orbit around... I need to set a maneuver. Is this gonna be... Yeah, remember the moon is also moving. See, this is what I'm suddenly realizing. It's not gonna be easy to get this, because I have to get my orbit to intersect the moon's orbit as the moon. I'm never gonna get this. No, I'm right. Here's the thing. I want to get to the bloody moon, but I really need to upgrade my orbiting thing, don't I? I do need to upgrade my orbiting thing. I need to learn to maneuver nodes. I need to... Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to get my... If I do this... I've got no idea what I'm doing. I've got a basic idea of how to get to the moon, but it's so basic, I am going to lose every single bloody astronaut. I'm going to need a much bigger ship. I am going to need a much more improved base. And I'm going to need a better idea of how to get there. So, let's have a look where we were. Let's have a word... Do the tutorial, pretend it's a simulation. Well, yeah, actually, I mean, theoretically, the tutorials are, you could say they are simulations, I suppose. That is true. Oh, we just got a resub from Sorligub. Right, see, I've got some money. I'm guessing the tracking center is what I'm going to need to upgrade. Do I think of G-Sync, is it worth it? If you're not a streamer, yes. Thank you for the resub, J-Bytes. So, here, orbits, visible in map. Patched conics, visible in map. Maybe that's not it. Oh, Basic action groups. That's the hangar. No, here we go. Max active contracts. Tracking station upgrade required for flight planning. I guess we got to upgrade mission control, and we got to upgrade this. Get planes, more science, more stuff. Right, you see, that's the thing, isn't it? I've actually got some contracts. What contracts do I have? Is it here? None of them are good ones. Not. Test the Rocamax brand decoupler in flight over Kerbin. Test the MK2 radial mount parachute flight over Kerbin. Fly by the moon. Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be a tough one, actually. I tell you what, I've almost got some more science here to build something. Let's have a look at what components I've currently got. I've got pods. That's the old command pod. That's a cockpit for a plane. Fuel tanks, still the same ones. Engines, the flea, the hammer, the reliant, and the swivel. This is the one with a lot more thumper solid fuel. That's a big one. I didn't get the science, did I? I didn't get the science. Thank you for the resub, Grizinval. Right. I've got enough science to buy one more. Right. Take a shot every time Gopher ignores chat advice. Well, I get 100 pieces of advice a minute. You're going to be drunk within about 20 seconds. Big engines, big fuel. These are big, right? This is like, I think. Am I wrong? Am I going to need this? Advanced rocketry. Structural fuselage. Carries no fuel, is there merely as a structural element, as such as lighter, more solid due to reinforcements. What was that? Welcome, Kesare Dowan. Kesare Dowan? Sorry, I'm saying that horribly badly. You need power. Get solar panels or you won't make it. Solar panels. Yeah, you see. Aviation. Lots of components. The art and science of keeping heavier than air objects aloft for extended periods of time. Is this a good way to get science? Flight control. Tumbling out of control may be fun, but our engineers insist there's more to rocket science than just that. Winglets. Small inline reaction wheel. Uses a series of many discs very fast to generate the torque necessary to control a spacecraft without wasting any propellant. Please do not attempt to service this device while it is running. Is this one of these things that will allow me to maneuver without using as much fuel? Inline cockpit. Oh, that's for aircraft. That's aircraft. Okay. And then we're going to need batteries to get to the moon, apparently. So we've got Stay Putnik offers the ultimate solution in crew safety. A lightweight sphere equipped with remote receivers and relay control input from the ground to the craft. It carries no crew at all, thus keeping them perfectly safe from all harm. This device does not require electricity. No, does require electricity to operate, however, and will cease to function if the power runs out. The built-in batteries should keep it going for about 10 minutes. Oh. Should I actually send an unmanned command module into space first? Could be an interesting idea. Rechargeable battery pack. Holds 2 quadruple A batteries and holds a maximum of 100 units of charge. Alright. Thermometer. This is a science component. Radiator panels. Dissipates heat. And a comms data transmitter. Electrics. We're probably going to need a lot more electrics to get there, aren't we? We really are. Photovoltaic panels, for example. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm kind of torn on what the hell to do. Whether to try the plane avionics, or whether to just get bigger rockets and see if I can get further into space. I think what I'm going to need is rocketry and science, very minimum. I'm probably going to need general construction and flight control. I have a feeling flight control. Or is that flight as in, like, only for non-spacey type flight? Actually, I think it is, isn't it? This is just for proper flight, not rockets. So I don't need that until I need command modules. Bigger rockets. Let's just... We all know what I want to take, so let's take bigger bloody rockets. Alright, I got bigger bloody rockets now. I'm going to upgrade my tracking station. Yes, I am. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Now, I can now upgrade this, and it will... Flight planning available. That's a lot of money, though. I need to make some money. I need to make some money before we do that, because otherwise I'm going to be totally and utterly out of... Explore the moon, fly by the moon, ferry them to the... Perform visual... I don't even know how to do this. I could try that, couldn't I? It seems remarkable for the outside. Which ones have I actually got? I've got... Try the decoupler. The Rockomax brand decoupler. Before we do anything, let's see what the hell blood pieces we have. Fuel tanks. I've now got a bit... Right. Let's start... Let's just, you know... Start with our thing. Let's see what we got here. We've now got Fleece Solid... R10 Hammer Solid Booster. We've already had that one. What's that? Oh, is that a side thruster? Okay. Fuel tank. That was the one I had. This is a new one, just double the size, right? Double the size. By the looks of things, just double the size. I mean, is this something I can sort of stick bloody booster engines like that on them? Looks like it, doesn't it? This has a maximum thrust of 108, as opposed to those which have much more. These are a little smaller, aren't they? Yeah, Kesare Doan got the right idea. Grab thing, attach some other things to do it, reinforce it with some fancy things, launch it and pray. Liking the plan. Liking the plan. Do the test ones, they're freebies. That's what I'm thinking, but haven't we... Max thrust. Haven't we got something that to test this? I think we have. Let's have a look at the science. Science. Utility. Parachute. Already got one of those. Service bay. Not totally sure what those are for. Aerodynamics. Overrated. Poor Kerbals. Those Thud rockets are next to useless, are they? Those Thud rockets are next to useless. What about the Terrier? Oh god. We also had a decoupler. Decoupler. It was stack decoupler. Was it that one to test? Or was it... No, it was that one. Here's the problem. This one is bloody large, right? That decoupler is not for this. No, it's not. Make the biggest, longest thing you can. Good plan. Test the Terrier in flight over Kerbin. Let's have a look. Welcome. Thank you for the resub, Rot92. We need to be at an altitude of 16,000 to 22,000. And then we need to... We could do that one. The current active ones are the decoupler, which we can't decouple. We can't connect it to bloody anything. Radial mount parachute in flight over... Oh god, this is one of these horrible test ones that's just almost impossible. $15,000 feet. More rockets have to be better. See, I'm wondering if I can get this radial mount parachute one done and the Terrier one done. They seem to be relatively same thing, you see. So... Expires duration 401 days. I got a long time to do it. See, yeah, I'm gonna take that one. Basic jet engine, no thank you. Tourists, visual flight to the moon. Orbiting. Swivel liquid. This is the swivel engine. This we want to test at 80,000 to 96,000 meters. We want to test it. Oh, we can take that one. You know what? Let's get some more prestige, some more science, and some more money by doing these. Yes, we could do that. We could do that. All right. So here's the plan. We're going to make a rocket that has a section that we detach at 16... Yeah, at about 20,000 feet when doing this speed, hopefully, we're going to detach the brand decoupler and fire the Terrier. I don't know if that's a good idea. It could be a terrible idea. We're going to fire the Terrier. And then probably detach it, because I have a horrible feeling that this thing is not very easy to control, is it? Yeah. All right. So yeah, at 20,000 feet, I say we detach, test. I'm very tempted to try this one as well, but that's at 15,000 feet. Assemble all the things. And then the swivel engine we need to test if we get to orbit. We're not getting to orbit if we do. I'm wondering if we just do some small tests to get some money. You see... That's the Terrier, right? But that really does not look like it could be controlled. No, it doesn't. And that's the one we got to test at 15,000 feet or something, so we don't want that one. What we want is the swivel, right? In orbit. We want to test this in orbit. And then come back down. Place the parachute on the swivel. Why would I place it on the swivel? I mean, why the hell would I? It was a radial mount parachute. I mean, why would I do that? That seems like, well, daft is the word I'm looking for. Yes, it does. So this is the orbital engine. We need to be between 80,000 and 90,000 when we test it. That will get us some stuff. That will get us one thing. But we need to get into orbit. Yeah, oh god, where's my keyboard? Keyboard. On the fuel tank above it. Yeah, that's not going to be any use because the contract, unfortunately, is... Right, test the liquid fuel engine at a certain height. Test the radial mount parachute. It's got to be at this height. It's got to be at this height. 13,000 foot at this speed. So we kind of need to test that on the way bloody up. Which, to me, sounds like a nuts idea. I actually think that particular one is a kind of daft idea, basically, really. Put it on the tank. But why would I want to put it on the tank? Why would I want to put it on the tank is kind of what I'm saying. What would possess me to do such a thing? Oh, right. Okay. So I could put it. I could put. All right. All right. That's all right. So put it here so I get the piece back. Is what you're trying to say to me? Put it here so you get the piece back. All right. That's all right. So I'll recover this piece. Having heat shield for a start. And you know, just to be absolutely sure, let's not forget that at this point, right? I wonder if I could follow this bloody well down, and and activate it at a certain height. Probably not. No. Will it activate all by itself? Will it activate all by itself? Does this thing fire all by itself automatically, or do I have to actually detach this? You know, detach this and then fire this some time later myself. Probably. So this is the orbital bit of the ship. This is the bit that once we're in orbit, we'll fire to get this test and then bring us back down. Bring us back down. Make those in-atmosphere tests with a solid rocket as the main engine. Cheaper. You can even regulate their thrust and fuel assembly, building. Aye, we know how to do that. Right, okay, so we're going to fire this at 90,000 feet, but of course we have to get to 90,000 feet first of all, so we're going to need a bunch more fuel tanks, and before we do that, fairly obviously, a stack decoupler. And I'm going to make that thing is I need to test this, but is this rocket, does it have any, can I steer it? And the answer's probably not, isn't it? Isn't the answer no, you can't steer this one? Which does make me think that I should have another swivel. And then just do a very, very fast, well, almost non-existent little test shoot. Basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to get to... Where is it? I'm going to get to 16,000 feet, doing this speed, hopefully, and I'm going to detach my... Which one was it? It was... Oh no, I'm not... No, I could... That's not... No, I can't. That's the too big bloody one, isn't it? That's the too... Oh, I'm not going to get off the ground. That's not the final rocket. No. See, the problem here is I'm probably trying to get too many damned things tested at once. I think the problem here is I'm trying to get all of these tested at once, and I don't think I should. I think what I should do here is I should just get to a certain height, fire this rocket for test purposes, get the win, test it, get the win, and then just come back down. So the question is would this plus some boosters? Do I even need boosters? What am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get to. Well, if I could fire these at... This is the fuel tank. Yeah, I'm not doing the 90,000 anymore. I've got rid of that rocket, I think. What we've got here is this rocket. We're going to test this. This rocket is the Terrier. This is the Terrier. It's a Terrier, I believe. Yep. Thrust limit. Oh! Yeah, and this thing's just... It's a solid fuel rocket. We need to test this at 16,000 to 22,000 at this speed. So what I need to do is I need to get to this height doing this speed, then I need to decouple and fire that, and then turn it off and come back down. I don't want to get into orbit. I'm testing a rocket. I'm testing a rocket. That's all. I'm not going to try and get to the 90,000 test rocket because honestly, I'm going to be combining too many things going on at once. So the question is, can I at 15,000 just fire these and keep going to this? I need to be doing 16,000. If I get to 14,000, detach and deploy. Well, no, I need to be doing a hell of a bloody velocity, don't I? See, I'm almost. This is crazy talk right here. Fire this at 14,000 feet. Basically, detach. No. Okay. A little confused now. That's some detach for there. I need to detach this. I need something to bloody detach it. That's what I need. There we go. Structural. What I'm thinking is get to about 14,000 feet. Right, we're going to fire the rocket at 14,000 feet. Oh, God. So, 14... Right, fire the rocket. Oh, God. Yeah, this is going to horribly go wrong, isn't it? Fire the rocket. Decouple at 14,000 feet. And then fire these at the same time as firing this rocket, which should then take us upwards. And as long as it gets 2,000 meters up, this one will suddenly be worked. Or do I have to fire the engine at 16,000? Or is it okay for me to simply reach 16,000? Don't limit the Terrier engine. Okay. So if I detach at 14,000 by, you know, I'm going to detach this and then immediately fire the parachutes at the same time as firing this rocket. This thing will shoot off the rock. I'll get the parachute tests. Why do the chutes need to be higher? The chutes need to be tested at 13,000 to 15,000. I test it. I get to 14,000. Decouple. And I fire. In fact, you know what? I could even just fire them and decouple. Fire and then decouple. So that it's in one go. Decouple and fire. Bang. Then fire this rocket. Move the chute to the first decoupler. What? I don't get. That I really don't get. Fire the chute to the first decoupler? Why do I want it on the decoupler? Why does it have to be on the decoupler? What? Surely I want it to bring home the engine and the fuel tank. In staging, not on the... Oh, right. I've already done that. I've already done that. Sorry, I've already done that. Right, I get it. It's the fact that the chat's a little behind. The chat's just a little behind me. I've already done that. So, yeah, okay. So I fire the rocket. And at 14,000, I trigger this. I'll get this one. I then fire the engine. Right, now this is the question. Do I have to fire the Terrier at 16,000, or is it okay to reach 16,000 with the engine on? I might want some fins for stability. I was going to assume I needed some booster rockets. Do I not need any booster rockets? Not for that height. I'm going to need some fins. I was also thinking maybe I'm going to need some more fuel. I mean that doesn't look like enough fuel to get up there to me. You have to stage it. It has to be fired at. Then, unfortunately, this plan won't work. What I'm actually going to have to do is fire this. And then I'm going to need another bloody rocket. Right there. Oh. And another decoupler. So as you can see, now it's getting even more complicated. What we're going to do is we're going to fire the rock. Okay, now we're going to fire the rocket. At this stage, we're going to fire this rocket and decouple that. No. What the hell? Okay, so this is the one that's going to get us... This one's the one that's going to get us mostly up into space, right? So we're going to fire the rocket. At a certain point, I want to decouple. That's going to give us the... I'm going to not at a certain point. At 14,000, I decouple this one and fire the parachutes, right? So fire it off. 14,000, hopefully going fast enough. What the fuck? Yeah, it could have this weird music. Right. Okay. Fire the rocket. Get to 14,000 feet. Detach rocket. Fire the parachutes. Hopefully getting this test done. Fire the next rocket. Get to 16,000 or 18,000 feet. Decouple. And fire. In fact, can I just decouple and fire all in one go? Decouple and fire all in one go. Boom, boom. Don't need this, right? So, fire rocket. Decouple parachute at 14,000. Fire rocket briefly. Only briefly. Only need 2,000. I only need 2,000. 14,000. Looks a little large for a 14k test. Do you think I've got more? Are you saying you think I don't need as many fuel tanks? Is it I don't need that many fuel tanks? That's enough. That'll get me. It's just we got a lot of weight here. We got a lot of excess weight purely because I'm doing 2 tests at once. We got a lot of weight just because of the 2 once. So I'm a little worried that we're not going to get. We got to get to 4. If we can get to 14,000 feet at the correct speed. Testing parachutes on the way up is a little cheaty. No, that's the test. That's the test. It wants us to test the parachute under extremely stupid conditions. It's right there. Traveling at 200 meters per second to 800. I mean, the parachute won't survive. The parachute is just not going to survive. Or are you saying it's... Oh, wait, whoa. Are you saying it's supposed to be on the way down at 200... But again, how the hell am I going to come down doing... The thing is I almost never come down at that speed. By the time you get to 13,000, you will not... You won't be able to come down at the speed required. Once you get to about 13,000 meters, your speed tends to have reduced, doesn't it? Or am I missing something? The direction doesn't matter. I didn't think so. No, I didn't think so. We're gonna test it with this. Have I got enough to get me into 14,000? That's the key here. It seems to make more sense to test the parachutes on the way down. I recommend you test the parachute with a big SRB. I don't know what an SRB is, so... Yeah, that's the thing, though. I don't think we're going to have the parachutes... Fly a jet to that height. Yeah, I don't have them. Solid rocket booster. You think the solid rocket boosters get up? You get no control with solid rocket boosters. We've had not... Really? Not particularly convinced by this. Really not. How high do the parachutes need to be? Don't know. Can't control coming down speed as easy. That's the thing. It's the speed that gets us. Kerbal Space Program. Tank Girl 1. Launch it and test. I don't have a huge amount of actual money if I want to upgrade some things. So, alright, we're going to test this then. We're going to test this. So, let's one last check. Fire the engines. Fire the engines. At... Yeah, this just seems too bloody complicated. Trigger it at 14,000 feet. Fire this engine at 16,000... Or at, no, 18,000. Detach and fire. Then just detach and come home. It's basically the current plan. Alright. Oh. Do I need a Kerbal for this? Do I really want to be killing my pilot off? Oh my god. This could be... Alright. Okay. Okay. So, now we're gonna... Right. Test at 16,000. The first one to test is this one, right? And here we go. I'm not touching the steering. I'm going to try and let it do its thing. Right, now. What am I doing? I'm doing 200 plus. Oh no, that's not quite the way to... Alright. We don't want to go above 800. 800. We're not going to have enough fuel. We don't have even close to enough fuel. Not even close to enough fuel. Sass. Alright. I mean... We were miles off. Okay. Let's see if we can get to... Right, the next one... 16,000. 16,000. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not even close. 16,000. So we got to be doing 200 when we get through it. Okay. No. Hey, we got that one. Didn't we? Didn't we get that one? Did we got one? We got one. Okay, now, should I maybe try to come down somewhere a little more? You know, in the sea. I think so. That should do, shouldn't it? That's should come down in the sea. Probably be a little yeah, less weight and drag. I had a horrible feeling I wasn't going to get that first one in. I really did. So, we're still going up. Yeah, crew report. Any point? Nope. So now we just Should I just detach now? I mean, I've got fuel, but what the hell do I need it for? Look at the Kerbal's face. I know. I know we got more fuel, but really, do we need it? We're just landing now. I mean, it's just... Oh, we're already coming down. We're already coming down, so... Boom! And then turn SAS off and slowly come back down. And there we go. Well, we got one thing tested. That's the important thing. We did in fact test one thing. You could have got to 30,000 with that little rocket. Yeah, but why? What was the point? There was no need to get to 30,000. Why would I want to get to 30,000? I gain nothing for going to 30,000. None of these, as far as I can see, give me anything remotely useful. I got this one done, which means a successful flight. We get some science for it. We get some money. And we got another one of the contracts out of the way. If you'd waited, you could have got the parachutes too. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. There was no way in hell. There was absolutely no way in hell. We didn't have enough momentum. We did not have enough momentum to make it to 14,000 feet to test the parachutes. I mean, we jettisoned it at what, 6,000? We did not have the velocity to get up to 14,000. Not a chance. Too little fuel for that weight, because we had so many extra engines. Because I tried to do 2 tests at once, I had 2 engines. So I do need more fuel, but in actual fact, if we test it again, it should be easier, because instead of having lots of different rockets to fire, I'll just have one rocket. I'll send it up, and at the right height, I will activate the parachutes, decouple, come back down. It's probably the way to do this. Okay, so, science 17. We got no science. We got some recovered. Ooh, the funds are down. Crew, no experience. Total reputation. So we didn't get any reputation for that? That seems a little unfair. Active. Right, so we're going to test the swivel orb. No, let's test the radial. Let's do that one. Let's test the parachute. Let's go for the parachute this time. One more on the... Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. If we'd have had one more fuel, I think we would have made it. One more fuel, we would have made it. And the thing is we don't need any of this. Heat shield. That's actually all we need for the parachute test. I think we just go up at the correct height. At the correct height, we fire. We've got 2 fuel tanks now. We got a lot. You know what? Here's the thing. Because we don't have all the other engines, we may not even need both of them this time. We've removed 2 engines. We've removed the weight of 2 engines. I've got 2 engines gone. Yeah. Actually, I might get away with just that. I might actually get away with that, because it's not. We don't need to get that high. We don't need to get that high. Do I need winglets with a simple rocket? No, but I'm going to take them anyway, just to make sure. Tank Girl 2 is a bit stubbier, but she'll do. And before I do, let's just keep it simple if possible. Yeah, I think it should just do one mission at once. Perform visual serves, jet engines, 2 tourists, test the radial decoupler in flight over Kerbin. Don't we already have? What's the TT-38 radial decoupler? I'm going to take that one. We won't be fixing it this time, but the radial decoupler is that one. So we're testing the parachute this time on the decoupler, not the rate. This one. We need to test it at 19,000 to 26,000 at this speed. We will test that next. We will test that next. Okay, so that's a tiny one. It isn't really satisfying. Oh God, really? Dear oh dear. Okay, so here we go. 14,000 feet. Got to be doing the right speed. Oh, fire. Detach. And hopefully disconnect. Yeah, okay. I'm beginning to see one problem. Okay. So going to reduce the thrust a little. I need it to be 200 plus, but not, definitely can't get. Okay, SAS. Oh, what are all these? What are all these? These are my little. Right, keep your eyes. Keep your eyes. 14,000. Speed is good. Speed is good. Fuel. We're halfway there. We got the fuel. The important thing now is not to go too fast. 14,000. 14,000 coming up. I think we'll be alright. I'm going to drop the thrust a little. I'm going to drop the thrust a little. Oh! Jump, jump! Oh, God! I missed it! I actually missed it! I pressed a fraction too late. And I'm still going up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe not the best way to do this anyway. Maybe I should actually have a tiny little rocket and... Oh, we're still going up! Still going damn up! Oh my God. Okay. Right. Bye! Okay. So this could take a while. Damn it, we missed that test. That was a complete waste of the rocket. Everything was going fine. I've really got to hit it very, very fast. As soon as I see 14,000, I need to hit it. But what I did is I was looking at 14,000 and I checked to see this was activated, then checked back and pressed it, and I'd already gone past it. I need to keep my eye on this, I think, instead. Just keep my eye on this, but make sure the speed never goes. Oh, God, that was annoying. That was truly aggravating. You need to go slower. Yeah, I do need to go slower, or... Now, am I going to burn up because we're coming in too sharp? Well, is it too sharp? Coming in pretty much. Okay, now we look like we're in mountainous area. I look like I'm in mountainous area, but I'm coming in too fast. Oh God, oh God, I gotta fire the parachute. It's destroyed. Oh my God, no, he's dead. He's dead. Okay, we've lost another pilot. God damn it. All right. I should have turned the damned rocket and got into it. Oh, fluff. That was my best pilot. That was my only pilot. So we're sending up an engineer after all. All right. Okay. Bear. Okay. Slightly annoying. Okay. Engineers don't work as automatic stabilization. Really? Switch off thrust before reaching height. Yeah, should have slowed down. Should have slowed that down along... Oh, I should have terminated it, shouldn't I? Yeah, but it's not that easy. Okay, no, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. Only pilots are now allow you to enable SAS. Well, we're FUBAR because we don't have a pilot, and frankly, I don't think I can afford. Well, I suppose I got no choice. All right, we're getting a new bloody pilot. God damn it! Engineer, pirate, courage, lots of it. Stupidity, not much. Do we have a pilot that's got courage but not much stupidity? Yes, we do. Next hire, 38,000. Fine. Yes, she died because of my stupidity. I know. Okay, so... This is why reverting the flight is your friend. No, reverting the flight would be my worst enemy. Because if I could revert the flight now, I'd stop playing the game. I lost a Kerbal, I lost the pilot. If I revert the... I don't see the point. Honestly, I know everyone's entitled to their own playstyle. Everyone is. Everyone's entitled to their own playstyle. But I don't get it. If I can revert the flight now so that accident never happened, what's the point? I don't... Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something. But if I can't fail ever, winning is simply a matter of time rather than skill. There's no real challenge. It'll happen. I don't get it. And I don't mean to insult people who do that sort of thing. But it's just something that just totally doesn't click with me at all. My brain sort of has a hard time understanding what's the point. KSP is meant to be played by learning from your latest hilarious failure. If you can't revert, your failure is not hilarious. Well, that was pretty hilarious. If you can't revert. Well, if you can revert, it's not hilarious. Because nothing happened. How is it? That's what I think I don't get. If I can revert and it never happened, then it never happened. So not only was it not a failure, it's also not hilarious. It never happened. I reverted, it didn't happen. That's like I've reversed time. In the timeline of the Kerbals, they've never failed. He still failed, he's still learning from failure. I learned from the failure because I didn't revert. If I revert, there was no failure. It wasn't there. It just doesn't, I don't get it. It's just one of those things I don't think I'm ever going to quite understand. Yeah, if you reload, it's just a dream. It never happened, sort of thing. Here's the thing. I only reload in story-driven games if the game forces me to do so to continue, i.e. you die. You know, if I die, I can't continue the game unless I reload. So I reload. That's why I reload. I don't reload because I fail a quest. I don't reload because I lose a companion. I don't reload because I didn't get the outcome I didn't want. I don't reload because I got stolen from us. I don't reload unless the game gives me no damned choice other than start again from scratch. And in some games, I don't even reload then, like this. When I fail, when I finally run out of money, when I finally get nowhere, I'll start again. Otherwise I don't quite get it. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's the thing. I don't play Iron Man on my Let's Plays, my story game Let's Plays, because I don't want to start the game from the scratch. That's the only reason I reload. You know, when Jack dies, I reload, right? Because I got no choice. Otherwise, because if I don't, Jack's story's dead right there and ended. But I don't reload because one of the companions died. I don't reload because I failed a mission or didn't get the result I want. That to me is part of the story. That's what makes it interesting to me, and what makes this interesting are the failures. I've lost two pilots. That's part of the story. That's part of the the fun. If I could have reverted, I wouldn't even have that second pilot who just died, Valentine or whatever her name was. She wouldn't even exist. Because Jeb would still be flying. We'd still have Jeb in there. And you wouldn't have Cedrine. You would never have even met him. He wouldn't exist. It'd still be Jeb. And they would never have failed. I don't understand it. I don't. Sorry. Anyway, I'm going to go. Because, yeah. So I got more fuel, but I've actually got a second rocket now. So I'm going to adjust my trajectory. So... I'm going to start tilting the rocket in advance. Yes, I am. $15,000. Now we're going up a little slower this time and we got less fuel. I don't want to tilt too much more, so I don't want to lose the height. 13,000 to 1,500. I think this is going to occur very, 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 very soon. Come on. I turned the fuel thing off. I did. Okay, you know what? Let's get away from that. Oh, thank you, Kayoshi. Thank you, Kayoshi. I'm getting some distance, and then boom. So now, oh God, did I not put a? Oh God, I forgot to put a... Oh God, I don't know what that's going to do. Have I just lost another pilot? Well, we're going to land in the sea. I don't know if that's going to hurt us. That... I don't know what that's going to do. Yeah, Is that another dead one? Is that another dead one? Have I just killed another one? God damn it. Yes, thank you very much, Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi. Sorry if I'm saying that badly, which I probably am. I reload in XCOM because I want to beat the game. Yeah, but if you reloaded, did you really beat the game? The game doesn't reload when you win. I mean, imagine if it did. Imagine if you are playing XCOM and you wipe the aliens out and the game goes, reload, and it puts it back to the start because the aliens didn't like the outcome. You'd get pretty upset about that, wouldn't you? I mean, you'd think the game was cheating. This game's cheating, it reloaded when it lost. I killed all of the aliens and it just reloaded until I died. I'm going to reload now. I mean... So, I mean, that's the question. I mean, and it's a serious question. If you reloaded, did you beat the game? I'm going to try and let the engine take the brunt of this, but I have a horrible feeling it's not going to. Yes, Stanley Parable. Well, the game cheats, but we know the game cheats, and you don't beat the game. At least you don't think so. XCOM reloaded until it beat you. It didn't need to. All XCOM needed to do was make me play Long War mod. I accomplished my mission. Yeah. Have I lost another pilot? Because if so, that mission was not particularly... Okay. So this is the question. I'm going to keep SAS on because... Should I? Oh, no, it's going to blow up. I'm going to turn it off, but it's going to blow up. Okay. Meters per second. Meters per second. Slow down. Slow down. Come on. You had an angle. You were at an angle. Oh, no. We need to be doing less than 250. We need to be doing less than 250. Oh, my God. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, we're going too fast. We're going too fast. I fired it. No, it destroyed. Chute is gone. Why is the chute gone then? Yeah. Lost so much money now. I staged the parachute already in space. Oh God, I fired it because I triggered the parachute thinking it was the radial, thinking I had a radial thing. I thought I had a bloody that's what happened. I was trying to separate the ship from the engine and I must have fired the this is why I need safety parachutes. I can't even afford this. I'm losing too many goddamn oh. Oh. Yeah, we don't have pilots. How many pilots am I willing to sacrifice? All of them. Not like I have a huge amount of choice. Yeah, right, so... Flight planning available. I can now plan flights. Good God. Oh, we don't have any science. How do I... Right, so test the R10 Hammer solid fuel booster at the launch site. We can test that one. Flight over. Right, that's not going to happen. Let's test the hammer. We can test that one. That should give us a tiny bit of money, a little bit of science, a little bit of prestige. We just need to test that. Do we even need a pilot for it? We don't even need a pilot. I don't need to risk the bloody pilot for this, do I? Don't I just fire it? All I need to do is fire this and then land. Although, to be honest with you, wait a minute. The Hammer solid fuel booster at the launch. Aren't those the ones I'm going to be using anyway? Aren't those ones I'm bloody well going to be using? Yeah, I didn't get the remote control. I have to send a pilot. Got it. Let's get these two done then. Let's get these two done. What I've got to do then is test the R10 solid fuel booster. That's this one. And what else was it? It was... decoupler at 16,000. What else did we have? We had the back thumper solid fuel. Back to the confusing building. Yes, absolutely. It's a solid fuel booster, so you can put minimum fuel in it so it doesn't get very far. Right, why would I want to do that, actually? I mean, I'm going to try and get into... should I try and get into orbit, or should I just say to hell with this and just try and get... I kind of want to get back into orbit again and play around with orbit. It's a quick trip, quick cash. All right, that's one way of thinking it. If we can actually just get some fast cash on this one. Haven't we? Wait a minute. Aerodynamics, utility, aerodynamics, heat shield. What else have we got? Test the rocket decoupler at 16,000. I'm wondering whether we can actually... Do you think we can do a double whammy test on this one? Maybe... Can I just put a nose cone on the test rocket and fire it? I don't know. No idea. I can't help but think what we should be trying to do is getting into orbit and testing the... What was the other engine I needed to test? Was it the swivel? I need to test the... swivel at that height, so get into orbit and come back down. So I kind of need this to test out orbit. I want to play around a little bit with orbit, I think, or don't. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I just want to adjust that. Test rocket decoupler, and then Can I use these as the boosters, or do I have to? Am I really going to have to use the these ones? Probably going to have to use those ones, aren't I? Okay, so fuel tanks. 1, 2, and another swivel. Then decoupler and the hammer. Then he says, in an act of utter complete lunacy, yeah, I know, but what I was actually... Right, now I can actually test that anywhere, is what you're kind of saying, isn't it? Now it's getting a bit complicated, isn't it? What I was thinking of doing was starting off with this, you say. Right, that was what I was thinking. Oh, I got too many radial. It's got a radial decoupler. Yeah, this is too hard to do with it like that. So it'd be nice to listen to my own music. No one's stopping you. Yeah, see. My first thought was fire this. Oh. Is it on the decoupler? It's not on the bloody decouplers. God damn it. That it sometimes can be a teeny tiny bit. It's not on the decouplers at all. Get on. I don't want you. There. Okay. See, what I'm thinking here is fire and then drop this bit pretty early on. So, fire this rocket. No, that rocket. Actually, no. Fire this, 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 and this. So, all of these fire. Then quickly decouple this because it's probably not going to be very stable. Decouple this and fire that. So it's going to decouple this and fire that rocket. Then at the correct height, which will be about 20,000 doing the correct speed, jettison the boosters. Which means we'll probably have to burn them quite fast. Then later on, when we get higher up, detach this, and then I can fire this one, and then try and get into orbit again. Let's see if we can try and get into orbit again. But if we don't, we don't. We just land. So, what do we think? As our next test rocket. What do we think? What do we think? Could that do? I don't see a safe way to land this thing. Well, with a parachute. Well, this is pretty much the same ship as I got Orbit in, except it has the solid booster at the start, which is going to make it a little not so aerodynamic. Which means I kind of want it to burn out and drop off very, very early. I basically want it to give a bit of boost, and then I'm just gonna jettison it. That's my current plan. Space coffin. Right, okay. We're gonna fire all the rocket. What? What? Kate, I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know that could happen. I'm trying to abort. I'm trying to bloody abort. Abort, abort. Get out. Yes. Okay. Recover. Flip. Well, not only am I suppose I should have seen that one coming a million miles away. Not only am I not going to get to the moon today, I'm not even going to get into orbit again. I don't know how things went so bloody well last time. I really don't. I don't know how they went so well last time. Oh. Okay, that should be better balanced, right? I mean, we've... So, okay, let's check the staging. We're going to fire all the rockets. We're then going to jettison the bottom one at the same time as firing this one, which gives us more control. That's not going to be good. That's just never going to work, is it? That is so never going to work. That is just... There is like no way in none, zero, no way that is not working. No, it's not. Stop trying to do absolutely everything in one go because it's not gonna work. No, it's not. Oh, did I have 2 heat shields? Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, solid fuel boost. Jettison it. Fire. Yeah, okay. You know, I don't even need that. I need enough of a fuel tank to get me the hell away from this. That's all I need. That's all I need. We're gonna go up. The second we get the thing, we're gonna jettison this. So we're gonna activate the rocket. We're then gonna jettison, fire this one so we get a little bit away. We're then going to turn it off. We're going to jettison this. And we're going to bloody parachute down. Yeah, we are. Okay. That won't go into orbit. No, that will not go into orbit. Current test is to just get this bloody thumper out of the way. The hammer. Please tell me that's a hammer. Yeah. It's got a lot of solid fuel in it, hasn't it? No, not really. It's got enough to get us a tiny bit up into the air. Okay. Let's go! Yeah, fire the test rocket on its own. No! No! No, no! What the f... You know what? We're going! T! Stabilize! Oh my god. Try and get back, try and get back, try and get back. You know what? Try and get back, try and get back. Now try and tilt a little. Whoa! No, 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 no! What I'm to stabilize in? What I'm to stabilize in? Jettison. Okay. Turn off the sass. Okay. I don't think we're going to make it into outer space. No, I don't. On the plus side, I think we're going to land in water. Yay! We're going to land in water. Slowly. Bye. And... Yay! Hey, beach. We land near the beach. Oh, God. Yeah. Hey, maybe you could do a... Something... Crew report. No? No, no. By the beach? Not a new biodome? No. On the bright side, she's alive. He's alive. They are alive. It is alive. Take the EVA report and see. I'll try and do that. Okay. God damn it. What the hell was that? Why do my rockets keep falling over? Do an EVA warp back to base. We're actually a little further away from base than you think. It's quite a long way. Where's Jeb? Jeb's dead, son. Jeb's dead. Okay. EVA! Yeah, okay. EVA report! Ooh. No comms on vessel. Really? Oh. EVA report. Yes, save it. Yes. B for board. Get back in! Now do a crew report. Overwrite crew. No, you know what? Let's get the hell out of there. You did attach winglets about half the size of the actual rocket on the bottom. Yeah, but they were equally spaced. Hey, we got science 3.2. Parts. We got some parts back. He got some XP. Hey. We got a 1-star pilot. No, we didn't. We got some. I don't know what that is. Total reputation. Not gone up. It kind of sucked. Still. Test the radial decoupler in flight over Kerbin. We'll do that one. Let's do that one. Actually, we'll leave that there. What we gotta do now is ditch that. And we need... Oh. Launch stabilizers. Don't have anything like that, do I? Can I stick them somewhere? Times. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this another time. Spent too long already. Utter fail. This has been my worst session yet. Last time I got into orbit. This time I can barely make it to the beach. Oh, God. Yeah, last time we got into orbit successfully and got back without losing anyone. This time, in an effort to test these bloody pieces... Oh, God. In an effort to test all these pieces and get some funds so that I can upgrade my system... You're overcomplicating things. Rubbish! Are you paying attention, 99 stars? Let me tell you what is not complicated, right? Where is it? That! That is not complicated. No, it's not. Really. Rocket, fins... I mean, this is not. This is the simplest rocket I've sent up. That is not complicated. No. No idea why it's fallen over. It's almost like doing the tutorial last time helped. Of course the tutorial last time helped. What are you talking about? Wolfclaw? You're getting weirder. Gopher Gaming seems to be annoyed with the game at times. Why wouldn't I get annoyed with the game at times? This is another one of these conversations I'm going to get weirded out by, isn't it? Yeah, when things go badly, I hate it. When things go well, I love it. That's kind of the point of playing these sort of games. If I sat here in ecstatic, wondrous happiness the entire time, I'd be bored 15 minutes later. You know, if I wanted a passive win scenario, I'd watch a movie. You know, you emptied the booster tank and it unbalanced it. Oh, so when you empty the fuel tank, it unbalances it? That's a little odd. That is a little odd. It only needed a command pod and a booster. Didn't actually need the additional rocket fins. Did it not? Really? If I have... You're telling me I could have fired that and then won. Really, Mario bores you then? Absolutely. Got you, Gopher. No, you didn't. That would have been fine. That would have actually worked. That would have got... What? I kind of forgot to attach the parts. I thought you just do that. Don't you just do that? If they look transparent, they're not part of the rocket. Oh, okay. Alright, so then... Oh, you're dead. I didn't stage it right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Run out of fuel! Run out of fuel! should get extra experience, but that you should absolutely be getting 3.5 for science. For science. How did that not get him killed? Okay. So dear. Hey, look, you don't even need to be recovered. You just out of curiosity. How do you get? EVA report. Oh my god. Okay. You want to know something? You want to know the most insane thing? That was my most successful launch, science-wise. We recovered almost everything. Well, no, we used all the fuel. Oh god. Oh. Well, we orbited our own parachute a few times. Of course, that little stunt was fun and all, but each launch needs to follow a logical sequence of events. Pay attention just a little bit more. Oh, God, get a life. Oh my God, seriously. Oh, pay attention more. Oh, yeah, it was awesome. I thought I had another pilot gone then. I can't believe I had my pilot survive that. That was awesome. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that's got to go down in history as my favourite one. Tank Girl 5, the latest incarnation, with its awesome staging. It's awesome staging. Oh God. Get off my drawing board. So, for next time then, I say for next time we get into orbit and test this one. Because okay, contract complete. Yeah, okay. Because if I don't know exactly what it is I need to get to the moon. I don't know exactly what it is I need. Flight planning available. Oh no, flight planning is already available. Flight planning is already available. I now have flight planning. Oh right, no, but I don't have what I need to actually get to the moon. I need rechargeable battery packs and I need electrics, don't I? I'm gonna need the photovoltaic panels. I'm gonna need these to get to the moon, I believe. I also need patched conics. Right. I have no idea where the hell that is. Yeah. This is not going to be a simple matter of just... I was expecting... I've been to orbit now. No, I just fly at the moon, don't I? Just don't. So all I do is go to the moon. Piece of cake. How hard could it be? Yeah. Do all the science on Kerbin first, then go to the moon. Is going to the moon like the end? Is that like... I'm talking about going to the moon as my next step, only... Alright. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. Oh, is this where what I need to do is go into orbit and then transmit some data from orbit? Probably. Going to the moon is the next step. Okay. Yeah, straight line for the moon. Point to point A to point B. Yeah, no, not going to try that one. Going to the moon is step 6 of 100. Okay, but it is certainly... Going to the moon is not the next step, is it? I mean... Or do I now have everything I need to get to the moon? Now I've upgraded... now that I've upgraded the tracking station... I've now got flight planning available. Can I get to the moon with flight planning available? And... Oh no, I need patch conics. What patched conics? Oh no, they are visible in the map. They are visible in the map, whatever the hell that is. Whatever that is. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I want to do a flyby. So really, for next time, I'm going to be aiming to get into orbit, and then yeah. So I've got patch conics. I actually think what I should do next time is do a repeat of my orbital flight and make sure it wasn't a fluke, because now I'm slightly worried that it was this, wasn't it? This is what got me to the moon. Not moon, to orbit. This got me to orbit. I think, didn't it? I think it did. Steve. Yeah, that wasn't it. It was the Richard V. That got us into orbit. I think something similar to that is going to get us into... I mean, for example, I don't need it like that. I would probably want to replace the fuel tanks like this. Because, of course, it's a little... It feels a little redundant to have... I guess I just do 1... 2. Let's have a look at what was there. Oh god, sometimes I don't quite like the way it attaches at all. It's actually easy to do like that, isn't it? Right. You don't need solid fuel burners. Really? Do I not need these? That's what we got into orbit with last time. I have to upgrade it to 35 parts. Ah, okay. So I need to upgrade the hangar a little bit. Because I'm kind of, I'm at my maximum parts. Because I'm probably going to need some things like... I'm not talking about going to the moon. I'm talking about a Terrier engine will be better for the pod stage. Possibly, but what we're going to do next time is get into orbit. We got into orbit last time, and we're going to get into orbit again, and we're going to have this, which is a swivel engine. We're going to try and get into orbit. We're going to try and get into orbit at 80,000. Oh, that is a good... Oh. The idea is I need to get into an orbit of about 80,000, and then I need to test the swivel engine. My problem with this is I honestly am not totally sure that I'm going to get to 80,000 or 96,000 meters orbit with this initial stage. I mean, it's got a lot of fuel now. It's got slightly more fuel. I mean, it had 5 of these last time. I've got 3 of these, so I've actually got slightly more fuel. Fire, everything's gonna... Okay, now I want... So... And those were set thrust limiter, this and that and the other. Right, so... Why is that one considered separate? That's odd. So anyway, fire all the engines. First thing we're going to do is ditch them. Ditch that. Fire that. Ditch that. Wait a minute. Yeah, so that... I think this will get me into orbit, but it has to get me to an orbit of 80,000. So, you know, I've got to be good at getting into orbit. So, we're going to see if getting into orbit was a fluke last time, or see, last time we got into a proper orbit using the second rocket. We did use the second rocket to get to achieve it. What I want to do this time is ditch these boosters. Actually, I'm never going to be ditching them there. You know what? Forget these tests. Forget these tests. These tests are annoying. I'll do it sometime, but I think that's what we'll do next time. We'll try and get this thing into orbit, and then fire this one, which will get this test done. No. This one will get this test done, and then we'll come back down. Or no, maybe what we'll do is play around with the orbit a little bit and see if I can alter the angle and that type of thing. The sort of thing I did in the tutorial, because I've got a feeling that's going to be essential for the moon. And then I'm probably going to have to do the tutorial for the moon, because honestly I have a feeling I've got no idea where to start. So probably going to do that. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and my apologies for not actually getting anywhere today. It was not even close to as successful as last time. Is it me? Well, let me just save this as Richard the 6th. Is it me, or are these test things, these arbitrary test things, actually harder to achieve sometimes than the actual, like, go to the moon or orbit type thing? I mean, I've got to fire these radial decouplers at a certain speed at a certain height. It's really kind of annoying. It was worth it for the parachute stunt. Yeah, not my finest hour, but there you go. Test contracts are a pain. Okay, alright. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. I'm not the only person who's annoyed with them. People think I should upgrade this so I can get max parts to 255. But that's going to leave me no money. If I don't start making money immediately, I'll be done. Because, yeah, I'll barely have enough to build ships. These tests are meant to be completed with planes. It's the fact that you love to complicate things, Gopher. I don't love to complicate things at all. Don't be daft. Don't be silly. I have no idea why you think I'm trying to complicate things. If anything, I'm trying to simplify things, and I'm just not managing it. I think you're perhaps using the word incorrectly. Perhaps you mean because I don't know things. You're saying if I'd have gone for planes, I would have learned the test contracts. So the test contracts are supposed to be done with planes? How does that work? I mean, the parachute one, wouldn't that make the plane crash? But I don't have planes. No, I don't have planes. Of course I don't have planes. We've not researched them. I've barely scratched the surface of the science tree. I have barely scratched the Planes are immensely more difficult than rockets. Well, that is a worrying statement, really, isn't it? All right, so then I should... Here's the thing. I'm looking at these test contracts thinking these are the beginning starting contracts. But what you're saying is don't do them until you get aviation. Then how do you make money? Space plane. So they are actually space planes. Oh, all right then. All right. So then let's ignore... Shall I just ignore all of these things from now? All of these tests from now? And... But then how the hell am I going to get science? This is what I'm not understanding, I guess. I don't understand. I need 45 science to unlock basic science. And then I need 90 to unlock electrics and space exploration and miniaturization. I'm not even close to getting the science. You make money by putting satellites in orbit. I don't... Oh... Well, you make money by bringing tourists to space. But none of them say to space. They say to their destinations. And it doesn't seem to give me a place. Science data from space around Kerbin. But you see, I can't even do this because... Oh no, transmit or recover scientific data from space. How... Should I take this one? Is that just doing a crew report whilst in space? Duration, 4 years. Radio decoupler in flight. None of these are all awful. Might be able to test that one, but... Yeah, okay, but how do I grind science? The problem is every time I go up in a mission, I get 0 science and 0 experience for my pilots. You're saying grind science, but how? You'll get that when you go into orbit. All right, so science data from space around cut. Right, we'll do that one. Oh, wait, right, wait a minute. They want to... Oh, I've got this. Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. Oh, so if I take this one, I can take some tourists, and it doesn't even need to be orbital. Suborbital will do. These guys, I can put them in. I got 9 from the parachute mishap. Yeah, okay. In the KSC, there are several biomes where you can grind science. In the Kerbal Space Center. Science lab is good for grinding science. Okay, well, we're in the science lab. How do we... Oh, so... I don't quite... What are these? I have no idea what... Bleh. Science lab is part of a rocket. Okay, so what you're saying then is I should probably, before I start doing anything... do something like a... science lab or something? Like that? Don't I need to bring the science lab back though? Like, I mean, the scientist is going to want to come home, so I'm going to need to do like... I mean, if I do that... Okay, does it mean or does that look like it's not really very well attached? And now the heat shield is there. So then, and then what I do is I do crew, and I get rid of the engineer, and I go pilot, you get in there, and scientist, you get... Okay. See, I can't put the scientist in there, though. Get in there, you little... Or do I just get the pilot to do the science? And then some mystery goo. It's unmanned. Oh, okay. So what I should do then is get into orbit, play around a little bit, do some goo in orbit, do some sciencey stuff. All right, I don't need scientists for it. Okay, well there you go then. Let's do some science in orbit next time. That sounds like a good plan. All right, I'm going. I said I was going ages ago. It's bloody 10 past 11. Right. If you right-click parts, it will tell you more useful info. Yeah, okay. Deploy. So basically this is like the goo thing, and I just come back with more. And in fact, I suppose I could take a few of these and activate them all at what, different heights or something? Alright, look, I'll figure it out next time. We're not going to the moon yet. We're going to figure out orbital science and maybe a little more orbital mechanics. Can I build a space station in this game? Can we build a space station? Because that would be very cool. I want to build a space station. Anyway, yeah. Place. Offset. Select an attachment back to offset. Rotate. Route. I haven't. Okay, I probably... See if we do loop-the-loops with those rockets. Shut up. I can build a space station. Alright, excellent. Okay. Yes, it does. It works like goo. You can even do a pretend rocket and do deploy on launch. No, you can't. No, you can't. Don't lie to me. Really? Are you telling me I could... Let's... I could do like... Are you telling me that I could do the KSP science pod and just go along to the thing, activate it, and then bring it back in? Are you seriously suggesting I could just go along to the base, click this, do a report? That will work. Just really? Of course that won't actually move. Right, but does it need to? Observe materials bay. Well, look at this. Look at this. Gig data. Okay. And crew report. Keep data. And you. EVA, get out there, Mr. Scientist, and do an EVA report. Nothing. That probably makes sense. Okay, all right, fine. Board. And then recover. And you can do that at every building and the runway. How the hell do I get these things to the buildings and the runway? How do I get it to the build? How do I get it to the other buildings? How do I get? How do I? You need wheels. Drop the scientist on the pad, then EVA. Put wheels and a jet engine on it. A very low thrust engine. You're saying I've got to make a jet-powered trolley and then scoot around doing science. A plane with no wings. i.e. a car. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that's what we're going to do when we do avionics. We're going to drive around the base doing science. Can I just get the guy out, walk all the way to these buildings, take a reading, and then walk all the way back and collect him? Stupidly enough, that actually got me science. That really is. Oh God, it almost got me enough science to get science. And comms. God. It would take long. Yeah, alright. Science Junior gives you much more science. Yes, I saw that. Alright, guys, I'm leaving. This is very silly, but I am leaving. Yes, I am. The sound stopped. Yeah, and do 2 EVA reports. One when he is holding on the pod and in the air, and another on the ground. I thought each EVA report doesn't the EVA report overwrite the previous one? I'll need a transmitter to do that. Won't I need a transmitter to say that? The Sputnik allows you to take tourists and rescue contracts. Okay. Okay, this is odd. You can store them. Oh. Okay. You can store them in capsules. You can store the EVA report in the pod. Can I? But only the EVA report. Okay. All right, we'll figure out how to do that next time. We will figure out how to do that next time. Collect and store. Store the report in the pod. Got it. Got it. All right, guys. We will continue on next time. I have to find out now if I've actually got bloody time for payday 2, because it is getting late. So, okay, I got it. You can store any science in a pod. We'll get it. And by pod, you mean the command module, right? Take avionics next time. We will have to see. We will have to see. I have no idea what I'm going to take. Okay. This is such a strange game, but it is an awful lot of fun. So, good night. Thank you very much for the help. And I will see you guys next time.